Hey everybody, Justin here. I got a little bit of an update for you today, finally, on the Amcrest camera that I've been using. The indoor camera I've been using outdoors. So currently the camera is inside. Uh, there weren't any issues actually with it physically. It performed perfectly. There were no issues as far as the camera being able to still spin around, the image quality still being there, and all that. No issues there. It started to turn into more so an issue with the port for the SD card. I started to have some issues with SD cards being written to properly and the SD cards messing up. Um, but as far as the camera itself being outside, it actually performed brilliantly. I loved it. The image quality is fantastic. I actually, since I brought that camera inside, I got another one for the front of the house. It's 1080, same uh, same level of quality as the Amcrest that I just brought inside. It's a Husky brand camera. Absolute garbage. I mean, I freaking hate the thing. It's just the quality is no good compared to the Amcrest. The Amcrest camera has such amazing quality, and they actually just came out with a 4K version of that same camera that I was using. I have not purchased it yet. If I do, I mean, y'all will be the first to know. But I can only imagine how great the quality would be on something like that. The image quality has always been superb on that camera. The abilities that it does offer, looking around, two-way voice, so you can speak, you can hear. Um, Kind of common things for cameras nowadays, but just that combined with good image quality is something that normally you can't find at a price point like that. I think I paid like $65 for that camera. So at that price point, and also having an app being easy to set up, you can have multiple users. You can record straight in the app. You can record the SD card. They've also got cloud backup. They've got NVR so that you can record to hard drives in your house. So another physical backup outside of an SD card. I mean, there's a lot of different options there. So just that whole myriad of solutions that they offer for home security, I think that that's definitely a fantastic deal. Um, but as far as the camera being outside and lasting, it was lasting, but then I started to run into some issues with the video quality. It started not being able to stream videos. It started not paying any attention to the motion sensing because it's supposed to be able to detect motion and then save or trigger an alarm or any of those different types of things. But in this case, it just completely ignored the motion sensing. I'm not sure what happened there, but it stopped doing that. It stopped recording videos. If I manually go into the app and tell it to record, it would record. But as far as motion sensing triggering that, it doesn't. It stopped working. When I was looking at the live feed, it was always twitching, getting really jittery. So I had issues with that, issues where I got a lot of weird artifacts and that kind of stuff. It seemed like the camera was having a hard time processing its own images, um, which I obviously I wouldn't attribute to the camera itself. I would attribute that to the fact that I had the camera outside. The part of the country that I'm in actually we experience weather from this year. We had a hurricane. We haven't had a blizzard yet. Usually that won't be until like February or March. But we get hurricanes, we get blizzards, we get heat waves. Temperatures hit about 105 Fahrenheit this year, and then we see temperatures as low as 15. I think lowest I've seen is like 11 or 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So a myriad of temperatures, and the camera was outside for all of that. I got it back in wintertime. It's been through summer. It's been through a lot of hurricanes, rain, dew, frost, pollen, everything really, and it held up marvelously. So really, it just seemed to come to the SD card having some issues. I think it might be an issue with the port itself, considering that the whole thing is outside, unprotected. But yeah, as far as it being a viable option, honestly, I think if you're in an area where you can have it mounted underneath something, like how I've got mine, I had it set up on an extension that was coming out from my house. So I had the portion of the house coming out, and I had the camera mounted underneath, so that way you don't have moisture coming directly into the camera. then I think it'll last just fine. I mainly just had software issues, but as far as whether or not I would buy another one, I obviously would. I would buy another one. I want to buy another one. I want to get the 4K version and either try again or just have it inside the house. I mean, either way, it's such an affordable camera and the quality is there. I think just since they're not, Nest or Arlo or something like that, and they're not a popular name that you see everywhere, so their prices are a little bit lower, but their quality is actually there. So if you're considering something, I would go with that for indoors. And then they also do have outside cameras, so you don't have to do this. You can just buy one of their outdoor cameras. I actually have an outdoor Vandal cam from Amcrest. It's got the little vandal proof dome on the outside. It's waterproof. It's even got I don't know what you call it, but it's got like little moisture absorbing packets all around the outside and everything. So even if water does get in, it still gets caught. And I've had that outside just as long as I've had this other camera, and that camera has had zero issues from day one. I mean, not even no software issues, no nothing. But yeah, they make waterproof cameras, so you don't have to buy an indoor camera and mount it to your house on the outside. You can actually just buy an Amcrest outdoor camera. It functions perfectly, and I've had no issues. It's Wi-Fi, just like the other one, so you can just get a Vandal Dome, I believe is what it's called. I'll post a link down in the description, so you can browse a couple different options, and I'll post exactly the cameras that I am using, and then a couple other recommendations that I have. But yeah, all in all, fantastic camera, and I would definitely recommend buying one of their products. I haven't had any issues outside of obviously doing something that is not recommended. So if you like this video, be sure to actually give a like. Feel free to subscribe. I'm posting new videos all the time. My aim is to at least have one out per week. This is actually going to be my second one per week, but I'm aiming to at least have one out per week. I can't buy gear all the time. I'm just a regular guy, not a superhero, not yet, but I am going to be posting as much as I can. I do have a whole closet full of stuff that I have purchased over the years that I'll probably do some reviews on, because I'm sure other people would be interested in that too. I mean, if you have something that you would specifically like for me to review, let me know. If you have any suggestions, I love anything technology based, as far as like home technology, smart technology, home security, photography, video, anything like that. If you have some suggestions for me, let me know and I'll take a look, and I might be able to review it for you. But I do have a lot of stuff on the way. All right, y'all. Till next time.